All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It is May 16th. We got ourselves a Thursday and just one NBA playoff game on tonight's slate. We're going to dive into this Timberwolves and Nuggets game number 6. I'm going to give you my lean on the spread. I'll give you my lean on the total. We'll talk about any other plays like player props and actually have a same game parlay for you at the end of the video. We'll talk about all that. But as always, guys, keep an eye on the pinned comment. If you do want to fade me, that's where all of my final plays will live. So make sure to keep an eye on that. In terms of yesterday, 2-0. We're not going to say sweep or anything like that, but we are on, I believe, an 11-1 NBA run, which is absolutely crazy. But we cash our Evan Mobley same game parlay, and we got that line at 7 for his rebounds on MGM. No other book had that line, right? And I said, boy, imagine if that's different, if he lands on 7 because other books have 8 right now. He landed on 7, so we got a little lucky there, but that's why we love MGM, right? Link in the pinned comment. Go ahead and check out BetMGM. We also had him for 15-plus points. Yeah, he doubled that up. He had 30-plus. Jaylen Brown under 7.5 rebounds. Honestly, kind of a no sweat here. It was a little juicy at -142, but we'll take that as well. And the fun don't stop. The ride of the day coming in from Blind Defender. Also cashed here, Josh Giddey over 2.5 rebounds. Way to sweat it out. He finished with 3 rebounds there. If you guys don't know what the ride of the day is, give me an absolute banger in the comments. I'm jumping aboard with one person's pick, giving you a shout out in the next video, win or loss. To be eligible for the ride of the day, it's got to be -145 or better odds. Shout out to Hakeem, who did give an entry yesterday. He had won 2 days ago, but his pick was like -205. So we tried to get a second pick from him, but unfortunately we had to roll with someone else. So shout out to Hakeem. But yeah, I know I don't say it all the time, but we used to say it all the time. -145 or better odds for the ride of the day. So we're going to roll with blind again if you get a ride of the day submission in, but it's got to be 145 or better. If someone hits the ride of the day, we continue to ride with them. Simple as that. But yeah, guys, the vibes are high here in the NBA. I know the playoffs are tough to bet, and I agree. Somehow we've, I guess it's like the, a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. We're finding a lot of nuts out here because an 11-1 run in our last 12 NBA bets is kind of crazy here. But nonetheless, let's jump into this game. Like I said, it's game number 6 here. Denver leads 3-2. Is anybody surprised? I want to know your thoughts in the comments. Anybody surprised that Denver's now in control of this series? I know I am to some degree, but when I actually think about it, maybe I'm not, right? Yes, Minnesota, beat the brakes off Phoenix, and then they come into this series in 2 straight games. They win in Denver. And now it's well, we're at 3-2. No matter how you got there, pictures aren't on the scorecard, as golfers would say. I'm not surprised that Denver's now leading 3-2 after 5, right? So I guess hindsight 2020, I'm not all surprised here. But today we have Minnesota favored at home. The total sitting at 205, favored by 2.5. And you know what? Like I said, I'm not all that surprised. I'm going to lean towards Denver, either plus the 2.5 points or taking the money line here for plus 116. Does it become a final play? Honestly, it's got a decent chance, I'm not going to lie. I just, for one reason and one reason only, feel more comfortable betting Denver in this spot due to the fact that we already saw them win in Minnesota, so you can kind of check that off, right? I do think that the Timberwolves are going to go balls to the wall, or at least they should in this game. It's going to be a little bit more difficult than the games prior when they might have been complacent with a 2-0 lead and then a 2-1 lead. But overall, this Minnesota offense has not looked good at all, right? 90 points, 107, and then was it 97 in the last game? It's they're struggling to even get to those numbers, you know what I mean? Whereas Denver's I'm not going to say that Denver's offense has looked spectacular, but they've been winning the offensive battle by far and away. And even look at the season, right? And the players on the team, they are the better offensive team. Is Anthony Edwards probably the best scorer? No kidding, but that doesn't always lead to a win, right? Like we saw in the last game, Anthony Edwards, what do you have? He had a bad game last game, but the game before that they lost, right? He had 40+ points, and it's well, you still lost by, a handful of points. So I can't seem to get behind this Minnesota offense, leading me to a potential bet here of Denver either plus the points or money line, or we split a unit between the two. When it comes to a total, I've been taking the over in this game. The last 3 games, the over has cash. When I say taking, leaning, I think I only pulled the trigger on one of those. I don't think that I like it today. I'm not going to say that I confidently like the under because 205 seems fairly low for a Denver team that's been giving you 110 plus 3 games in a row. But this Minnesota offense, man, I mean, I'm really, really down on them. I would like if Minnesota wins this game because that'd be a crazy good Game 7, right? And as a Celtics fan, we're kind of seeing down the line like who we might be playing in the championship. if the Celtics make the championships, I understand. But, you know, this would be a really entertaining Game 7. So I almost hope Minnesota wins this, but logistically and, like, when I look at it from an analytics perspective, I just cannot get there. But I also slightly lean towards the under because of that offense. Now let's go ahead and jump into some player props here. But before we do, I do want to talk to you guys about Sleeper. A couple cool things they have going on as of right now. Let's pull up the deal here. So, couple things, right? Sleeper, if you guys don't know what it is honestly my favorite DFS pick'em app out there right now. You combine 2 or more player props into a slip. The more you win, the more you get paid out. Each and every pick has its own multiplier as well, which is really cool. So they don't just follow the fixed payout structure like other apps. But today, if you use the link in the pinned comment, you're gonna get your first deposit matched up to $500. They're still crazy doing that. So first deposit matched up to $500. They also have a free Anthony Edwards square here for new users, and then for all users actually, they have a Caitlin Clark promo square for her game tonight as well. We might be posting an Instagram reel. We'll also post it on Twitter and TikTok. How to use this square, given some of our favorite picks out there right now. But guys, go download Sleeper. Again, 2 free squares today. You get your deposit matched up to $500. I don't know if there's a better day to do it. If Sleeper is available in your state, go ahead and download it. Use the link in the pinned comment. You'll get like I said, 100% of your first deposit matched up to $500 is already a steal and a deal in and of itself. But now you get 2 promo squares. Go ahead and check it out. That is Sleeper. Link in the pinned comment. Now, like I said, let's jump into a few player props here. So I have 1 player prop that I'm liking. We can always add more in the pinned comments, so make sure to keep an eye on that. And then I have a same game parlay that I am really liking as well. And we might be doing a little bit of giveaway if we do cash it. So anyways, let's dive into it here. So first player prop is going to be the guy that didn't play last game because he was injured, right? Mike Conley, who still a game time decision. He has right Achilles soreness. If he's at all able to play, I do think that they're going to give him run, and I honestly, with their back against the wall, they should give him a decent amount of run, right? I like his over 8.5 rebounds plus assists. Unless this injury is super serious or anything like that, like there's no reason why he shouldn't be able to cash this. He's done it in 6 straight games. We cashed it in his last game as well, which we love to see. And if you scroll down, you'll see potential assists, right? 11, 10, 9, 9 in this series so far. Rebound chances, he's had a decent amount of rebounds, but this is a spot in which he's had, in this series alone, he's been able to cash this line with just assists. 10 assists in game number 1. Game number 4, he had 9 assists. So I like our chances here. Minus 122. Best odds you're going to get right now. But honestly, all sportsbooks kind of align there. So Mike Conley, over 8.5 rebounds plus assists here for minus 122 odds. Again, he is banged up. If you want to fade that, go right ahead. But I do like the chances of him. If he does play, you know, he should be good to go, or at least he's going to try to, because it could be the last game of the season, right? And now to our same game parlay. It's right over here. We're on BetMGM for this, guys. If you are not signed up for BetMGM, I'm about to show you why. Did I stutter there? I'm about to show you why you need to be. So we got a 4-leg same game parlay plus 188. If this hits, we'll give away $50 to someone in the comments. Just comment parlay and you're entered. You got to be subscribed and all that as well. But we have Rudy Gobert 10 plus rebounds, Michael Porter Jr. 2 plus threes, Anthony Edwards 25 plus points, and then Jamal Murray 1 plus 3. And you're like, okay, I can get that line or those lines on every sportsbook, right? Plus 188 on BetMGM, right? Well, that same parlay is plus 134 on FanDuel. Oh, and it's plus 138 over on DraftKings. Plus 188 on BetMGM, guys. I'm telling you, if you're not on BetMGM, it is something that you should strongly consider. They have some of the best same-game parlay odds out there. I know I've said it multiple times, and I stand by it. All of these same-game parlays that we've been running, we have been rolling with over on BetMGM. Right now, if you sign up and make your first bet, if it loses, you're good. You can get up to $1,500 paid back into your account in bonus betting money. So go ahead and check it out, guys. Honestly, risk-free, right? And it's a great book to have in your arsenal. Their odds differ from a lot of books as well. I know a lot of people are on DK or FD and that type of thing. BetMGM has some of the best promos, and these same game parlay odds, like this in and of itself, makes it worth it. If you're rolling with the same game parlay, it should be over here. If you're taking alternate lines especially, it should be over here. So go check it out. I have a link in the pinned comment. It'll get you all those deals and promos and everything, especially sign you up for this one, all right? So go check it out. That link is in the pinned comment. But guys, short video. That's going to wrap for today, though. Again, I think I like the Nuggets here, But I'm hoping the Timberwolves pull this one out because I'd love to see a game 7 in this playoffs. You know what I mean? So we shall see. But hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Let me know what you're rolling with in the comments. And again, all you got to do is subscribe, like the video, and then comment parlay. And if this 4-leg cashes, we'll give away a little bit of change. All right? We'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.